everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name's Louise and I'm taking part in Disney's academic exchange program from 2024 till 2025. So I'm doing a whole video series on everything you need to know about the academic exchange up to travel day, the day I leave. So if you want to find out more, if you want to follow my journey, then be sure to subscribe. Give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below any questions you have, because I'll be sure to answer them as best as I can. So yeah, let's get on with today's video. So as you can tell from the title, this video today is going to be all about the Yummy Jobs pre-screen interview. I've now done 2 Yummy Jobs pre-screen interviews. I had to do one for my Lowe's Hotels at Universal program 2 years ago is when I interviewed for that. Crikey, that's terrifying. And then I did one for my Disney's academic exchange program, which is the one I'll be focusing on today. However, both of them were very similar. I feel like both pre-screen interviews were basically the same. So I'm just going to tell you all about it, the process of how you get from applying to the interview and what happens in the interview and all that sort of stuff. For those of you who don't know, to apply for Disney's academic exchange program, you have to go through a company called Yummy Jobs. Now, if you just Google Yummy Jobs, it will come up there on social media, all that sort of stuff. So Yummy Jobs, and that's where you apply. You have to submit a CV and a cover letter. I've had a lot of messages asking for advice on what to put on your CV, what to put on your cover letter, and to be honest, I couldn't tell you. I really don't know what they're looking for. I think I just got really lucky, especially people who have been messaging me about the cultural representative program. But my CV, I made sure to highlight all my relevant customer service experience to the top of my CV and then go down that way. So I prioritized my hospitality experience and my previous Universal program at the top of my CV, and then other work experience below that. And then in my cover letter, I just talked about how my experience would help me on this program. I spoke a bit about how it would benefit me academically because it's the academic exchange. And I also talked about how much Disney meant to me and why I wanted to be a cast member. That was basically what I wrote in my cover letter. It must have been about 3/4 of a page long. I made sure to address it to Yummy Jobs and all that sort of stuff. I'd really just try and personalise it, like just come across as yourself, all that sort of stuff. But I really wish I could help and tell you exactly what they're looking for, but I personally really don't know. So that's what I put on my CV and cover letter, and I was lucky enough to get onto the program. So if that helps you in any way, then you run with that. I submitted my application probably around middle of June, maybe like the 17th of June or something like that. And I got an email back from Yummy Jobs. It must have been about the first week of July, second week of July, saying that they'd like to invite me to a pre-screen interview. Maybe 2 or 3 weeks after applying, I got an email saying that I'd got through to the pre-screens. Now, on that email, there was a link where you could book your pre-screen. Ours were over Zoom. I know for the CRP, they do them in person, but for the CEP and the academic exchange, they've done them over Zoom for a while now, and for Universal I had mine over Zoom. I went on and booked my pre-screen interview. However, there was only availability from like the second week of September. So I booked it at the start of July and then had like another month, 4 or 5 weeks to wait until I actually had my interview. Now, I had my pre-screen interview while I was still in the States doing my Universal program. So I remember of the time difference, I had to wake up at like 6 AM or something, and my interview was at like 6:45 in the morning. I did it in my bathroom of my accommodation, sat on the toilet with the shower curtain pulled behind me, and I just wore like a white top and my Mickey Mouse necklace, you know, hint of Disney. While my roommate Emma, if you know, you probably know Emma if you've watched my videos for a while, was asleep in bed. It probably wasn't the most ideal setting for my pre-screen interview, but there was nowhere else I could do it, and the Wi-Fi in our accommodation was a bit dodgy. So I was a bit stressed, not just about the interview, but about it actually working and not waking up Emma and them not hearing the thingy fan in the bathroom. It was a bit of a mess, but I did it. I had my Yummy Jobs pre-screen interview with Alexis. It was so lovely. Every single Yummy Jobs interview that I've had have been the nicest interviews that I've ever had for any job. I know everyone says this, but it is true. It's just a chat. I think Both of my times I've done a pre-screen interview with Yummy Jobs, they've lasted about 10 to 15 minutes. Both interviews I was pretty much asked very similar questions. So I was asked things like what you'd expect, basically. Why do you want to do the programme? What do you want to get out of the programme? How would you deal with a roommate? How would you deal in the heat? If a customer came up to you and complained, then how would you deal with that? What work experience have you got that would help you on the programme? Honestly, that is what you get asked, pretty much, or around, generalised around those lines. That's what I got asked for my Universal and my Disney programme. And yeah, everyone at Yummy Jobs is really lovely, so it is obviously easier said than done, but there is absolutely no need to worry about it. It is just a chat and you just talk about why you want to do the programme, and obviously you've applied, you want to do the programme, so you've just got to explain why you want to do it. I remember doing my Yummy Jobs pre-screen interview in the bathroom of the morning, and it was like our last day of the programme or something, and then we all went to Magic Kingdom. So that was fun. I like celebrated. I was like, yay, done Magic Kingdom. Once you've done the pre-screen interview, you will then find out if you've got a final interview with Disney at Disney headquarters in London. I think I got, so I remember I did my pre-screen interview, and then it was about 2 weeks later I got an email saying that I got onto the final interview, and I found that out when I was in Disneyland California. So I applied in Orlando, I pre-screened before I went to Magic Kingdom, and then I found out that I got my final interview in Disneyland California. So how surreal is that? That is absolutely mental. That's not real. Actually, thinking about it, I've not thought about that before. But yeah, so that was basically the whole process I had with Yummy Jobs. Also, be prepared to ask any questions at the end that you have. I cannot remember what I asked. Just be prepared, maybe have a question or two ready to ask. But basically that is it, as simple as that. Oh, it's daunting, and if you're watching this video because you've got a pre-screen coming up, then I wish you the best of luck. You'll smash it, you'll be fine. It really is nothing to worry about. I feel like job interviews are always one of those things where you go in and you're so nervous and you really wound yourself up about it, and then you come out and you're like, oh, actually no, it was fine. And especially when it's on Zoom, at least you can relax. In your own home, you don't need to stress about travel or going anywhere. When it's over Zoom, you can just get your laptop up. Are you love? Are you alright? I really want to do the programme. See ya, please put me through to the next round. Toodles. Do you know what I mean? If you have any more questions about the pre-screen interview or the application process, that sort of thing, then be sure to comment them down below, or you can message me on Instagram or TikTok and I'll really try and reply. Next week's video, I'm going to do a video all about what happens in between the pre-screen interview and the final interview with Disney, and what happens at the final interview, all that sort of stuff. So if you want to find out more, then be sure to subscribe like I said earlier, and if you just don't care about the application process, then that is absolutely fine. You do you, my love. But if you want to see lots of Disney vlogs, lots of Orlando fun for a whole year, then subscribe and follow me on all my socials. They're linked down below, and they're just at Louise Emma on Instagram and TikTok. You really don't want to miss it, and I really try hard to keep you updated, so please, I'm begging. I'm not, actually. If you don't want to follow me, then that's absolutely fine. I'm not going to come for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you didn't, then give it a thumbs down. If you did enjoy and you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It means the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed to the end, I appreciate you with all my heart. And I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye.